So welcome everybody. Glad to see you all made it back. Hope you're having a great day and you're excited about today's lesson. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Virginia.
Okay, I see some people responding. Okay. Okay. And I was waiting for a response. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll review the homework. I'll go ahead and can I get a volunteer to translate? Did anybody do the homework? Nobody did the homework? Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll just watch it through and then I'll see if anybody can translate it after. All right, let me share. All right, can you see the video? Can everybody see the video? Yes, no? Okay.
Hey, I think we've lost Virginia for just a moment. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see if we can get this back up soon.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. My computer, for some reason, it's not working. Okay, so was anybody able to, were you guys able to see the video? Not at all? Okay. I'm having to use my phone now, so my computer is, I don't know what's going on with it. So, I don't know if I can. All right, so did anyone watch it at home? Okay, can you just, for those of you who did, were you able to understand it? Kind of? Okay. So there were some signs in there that I didn't quite go over. But when you're watching a video and maybe you're still learning and maybe you don't know all the signs, don't get caught up on like that one sign that you don't know. Try to watch the whole thing and you can probably fill in the blanks. So for those of you who did not watch it, I encourage you to go home, watch it. But can I get someone to just kind of say what they think they got from it? Anybody?
I can share what I think if you want. Okay. Hi, how are you? I want to talk about my family. Altogether, I have 5. First, Bob, second, Tina, third, Toby, fourth, me, Sean, fifth, Kelly. I have one brother that is tall and one sister that is short. They sign so-so, but they are improving, I think.
Very good. So in that situation, tall and short. But for that, he was really saying, like, I have an older brother, younger brother. There are signs for older and younger, well, younger sister, right? But I think in that situation, for new beginning signers, they were just trying to say like a bigger brother, little. But yeah, tall and short, those are the signs for those words. So very good. That was all of it. Okay. So for those of you that were like, I kind of understood, go back and watch it. Try to get the finger spelling. And he did sign want. So he signed want to explain or want to describe. This can be describe or explain my family. And then he said all together 5, and he started listing the names. And then he explained he had one brother that's older and one sister that's younger. And then he said those two kind of sign okay. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's go ahead and start our lesson for today. So before we start, I want to talk about the 5 parameters of ASL. So all signs are created or have 5 parameters. Well, we'll say 4. And then a lot of them do have 5, but not all of them require that last one. So they're made up of hand shape. So like A, B, C, 8, open 8. Location, where is it? Is it in a neutral space? Is it on your chin? Is it on your forehead? Location. Movement, you just describe the movement. And the movement could be going from one hand shape to another hand shape. Like, let's see. I have an example from what you guys have learned so far. Boyfriend. Let's find a good example. Well, sometimes the movement can just be like saying go from I think a really good example. Okay, how many? That's a good one. It goes from an S to a 5. So that's the movement. Okay. Or it could be, moving like tapping on your chin or tapping on your chest for fine, mom, dad. Okay, so that would be movement. And then the 4th is palm orientation. Is it out? Is it in? Is it to the side? Is it up, down? And then the last one is facial expression. So a lot of signs do require facial expression, but not all of them do. So I want to explain, like, these are important because if you change just one of them, it can change the meaning of the sign. But not only can it change the meaning of the sign, but it can change the whole sentence, just kind of mess up a whole sentence if you do the wrong parameter. So for example, last week we learned pregnant and gut. So pregnant and gut have the same hand shape, the same location, same palm orientation, but the movement different. So pregnant, you go from your belly out. Gut, you just go right out to your belly. I mean, out in front of your belly, but out more. Okay. So the location kind of different, but not totally different because you do end up in that same location when you sign pregnant. Okay. So just changing that one thing can change the meaning of the word. Another example would be which. We learned which last week. Okay. So open A. So this is A, open A hand shape. The movement or the location is in a neutral space. The movement is, you alternate your hand going up and down. The palm orientation is towards you. Facial expression, you do. Okay, but let's say we change the palm orientation. That's all we change. And we change it to facing down. But you do the same movement, it's the same area, same hand shape, it becomes doubt. Like doubtful, unsure. Okay. A word that we're going to learn today is gray. So it's a 5 hand shape. The location is in a neutral space. The movement is you're going to put your fingers kind of through each other, go through your fingers. I don't know how to describe that very well. Palm orientation is in. Okay. Gray. There's not really a facial expression for this. But if we change the hand shape to open B, but everything else is the same, but you do this, same movement, this becomes whatever, or doesn't matter. Okay, so you see how changing one thing can change the whole word. And then one more example. Another word we're going to learn today is weak. Weak. So it's a one handshake. It's two-handed. So your non-dominant is going to be an open V. Your dominant hand is going to be a 1. And you're going to drag it across your non-dominant hand. That's weak. But if we change that dominant hand shape to an open V, it becomes nice. We learn that, like, nice to meet you, right? Nice. So make sure you're paying attention to your parameters, okay? All right, so today we're gonna learn a few holidays and some colors, okay? I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail with all of the holidays. We're just gonna focus on a few. But in your in your study guide, I have links for you to learn more if you want. I have one that talks about all of the kind of major holidays, American holidays. And then I have one that focuses on Halloween, one that focuses on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then I think there's a very short one on Hanukkah. Okay, so if you want to learn more, check out those links. Okay, all right. So let's start with calendar signs. So this is the sign for calendar, C handshake. Think of it as like you're flipping a calendar. Calendar. Some people might do calendar like this. Some people do with a C. This would be kind of English because it's initializing, but I do see this one a lot. Okay, so calendar. All right. Day. Day. Week. Let's do weekend. So you're gonna sign week, and then you're gonna sign end. This is end. Weekend. Weekend. Right? Month. And year. Some people go all the way around. Think of this as the sun and this is the earth going around, or they just do a little circle on top and go down. This is what I tend to do. Year. All right. So let's go back to the days of the week. Sunday. Monday. So this is an M. Make sure your palm orientation is in versus out. Monday. Tuesday is with a T. Wednesday is with a W. Thursday, there are two ways you can do this. You can either do an H and do the same circular movement that you did for all the other ones, or you can do a TH, Thursday. Thursday, so Thursday or Thursday. Then Friday, we go back to that initializing today, and then Saturday is with an S, Saturday. All right, so we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right. Okay. So as far, so everybody with me? Move on. Okay. So as far as days of, or not days, but months of the year, you're basically going to fingerspell the first 3 letters, except for basically if the name of the month is short, no longer than 5, then you're going to fingerspell the whole word. So March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so all those you're going to fingerspell the whole word. January, Jan. February is Feb. We're going to do March, April. August is AUG. September is the one exception. You're going to skip the E, and you're just going to go SPT. SPT. September. Okay. Then we have October, OCT. November is NOV. And December is DEC. Okay. So those are good word to finger spell, practice finger spell. So go home, practice those, okay? All right. So let's do some just basic past, present, future signs. So past, you're gonna sign past, okay? Just for the basic generic past, like ago or a while ago, in the past, before. It can even be before, okay? So if I were to sign a month past, that means a month ago. Okay, a month ago. Now for a week, we kind of incorporate the sign. So we do a week ago, a week ago, a month ago. Okay. Last year, you can do last year, but technically we do last year. So we point back last year. Now, as far as yesterday, we sign with an A, yesterday, and you go back. Yesterday. Okay, so past, right? Yesterday. Right, so present is going to be now. So you could sign now month, or this week. Or some people sign just point this week, this month, this year. Okay, so now or just point like right here in the present area. Okay, future, you're going to sign future. This is just generic future. Can also mean will. So, but for tomorrow, you use that same hand shape, but you're going forward. Tomorrow. Okay? For next week, you're going to do kind of what you did with last week, but go in front. Next week. You could say future week. It wouldn't be wrong, but this means next week. Okay? Next week. Next month, you could say future month, or you could just bring it out and sign month. So bring it out to the future area, next month. Okay, so next month. Okay. For next year, you're going to do the same thing that you did with last year, but go forward. Next year. So in 1 year or next year. All right, so let's review that. So for past, general past, especially if you don't have like a specific time, you can just say in the past, like a while ago, woo, long time ago. Okay, past, yesterday, last week, last month, or last year. Now for last month, you could do month ago or last month. Either one, it does not matter. There's no rule about which you should sign first. Right? So we have present time, now, present, today. Or you could do this week, or now week. You do this month, or this month. Again, now month, or this month. And then this year, or now year. Okay. Future, or you could do tomorrow, if you have a specific time, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. All right? Any questions? I know it might be kind of a lot, but I feel like it's pretty easy. You know, futures, forward, past, back, present is right here in your body. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and talk about some holidays. This is sign for holiday. Some people just do holiday or holiday. Okay. So for holiday, we usually celebrate something. Some people do a modified X and some people do an X. Either one is correct. You can do celebrate or celebrate. I tend to do modified X. So we're celebrating something, usually. Okay. So last week, what was the holiday? We had Halloween. Halloween. Or some people sign Halloween. Halloween. I tend to sign Halloween. Okay. You can say Happy Halloween. Or happy, you can do two-handed or one-handed. We learned that, no, we did not learn that. Happy or happy. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail with that because I'm going to focus more on Thanksgiving and Christmas and the future holidays, okay? But colors that are kind of associated with Halloween are black. Black, so it's a one handshake. Black. Be sure not to initialize because it can be it's kind of like saying the N word. Okay, so make sure you do a one handshake for black. Okay, black. All right. Also, orange. This is also the sign for the fruit orange. Okay. And then sometimes I feel like I see a lot of purple. Purple. So black, orange, and purple. You'll notice as we learn the colors that a lot of them are initialized. Black, orange, purple. So black and orange are two examples of they're not initialized. All right. Thanksgiving. So there is like 3 major signs, and then there's like a kind of a variation of one of them. So there's kind of like 4 different ways you can sign Thanksgiving. So you can sign Thanksgiving. So we know this is thank you, right? Thank you. Thanksgiving. Okay. Another variation of this one, I have seen Thanksgiving. So you're going thank you and then kind of give. This is the one that I tend to use. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Or the third one is Thanksgiving. So this is turkey. That's kind of where that came from. Thanksgiving. Or some people do it with a 3, that same, all the parameters are the same except for the handshake. Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving. Okay. Again, I tend to use this one. Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. All right. So at Thanksgiving, we tend to eat, right? Eat. Okay. So this right here is food, and this is to eat. But if you do eat, that can be either banquet, feast, or just showing that you're eating a lot. So it can be any of those words. Okay. So eat, banquet, feast. Some people might say, food. We had so much, just a big mound on the table of food. Okay. All right. So let's talk about a few different dishes that are popular at Thanksgiving. We have the turkey. I have seen turkey, but this is the one that I see the most. Turkey. I like to make sure I share variation, show variation, because if you start getting involved with the deaf community, you're going to meet all kinds of people that sign all kinds of different things. But so it's important that you understand. Okay.
Turkey with 3 or 2?
So this would be a G. So yes, 2. A G handshake.
Thank you.
Bread. Some people might do if they want to specify rolls, you might do bread. Little rolls. Okay. I did not include this on your list, on your study guide, but stuffing would just be like turkey, and then kind of like your stuffing turkey stuffing. Okay. Potatoes. Potatoes. So it's a bent V. You do a little circular movement and land on top of your non-dominant fish. Potatoes. Potatoes. And you know, a lot of people like mashed potatoes, which is like you're mashing them. Mashed potatoes. And gravy. Gravy. So make sure your thumb is pointed down versus up. Gravy. Okay. All right. Green beans. Green. So you're going to find green. And then beans. This can also mean peas. Typically, if you see green and then this, typically it's green beans. Plus peas is short enough that you can just fingerspell to be clear, like I mean peas. Peas. Okay, so green beans. Pie, like you're cutting up a pie. Okay. All right, so those are just a few food. If you want to learn more, check out that link that I put on your study guide, okay? So let's review. We have Thanksgiving, 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 or Thanksgiving. Food, eat a lot, banquet, feast, all that. Turkey, bread. Think of this as a loaf and you're just slicing it. Or you could do rolls to show that they're little rolls. Potatoes. Potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Gravy. Green beans. Pie. So at Thanksgiving, you might visit family, or go to family, go see family, visit. Okay. All right, so colors that are associated with Thanksgiving, we have brown, maybe some yellow, maybe some red. So brown and yellow and red. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about Christmas. Christmas. Some people do Christmas, and I have seen Christmas. So it's kind of like tree. This is the sign for trees. You know, you have a Christmas tree. You decorate it. Okay, so Christmas or Christmas, and then tree. Tree. We also have Santa Claus. Santa Claus. I've seen Santa Claus or Santa Claus. And think of the beard. Big old beard. Santa Claus. All right. Gifts or presents. You can just do gift, like you're giving, or gift with an X. Gift. This is what we call a directional verb. So depending on who is giving to whom, you're going to sign it in that direction. So if someone were to give me a gift, I'm going to sign it towards me. You gave me a gift. Or I'm going to give you a gift. Or I'm going to give that person a gift. Or they gave me a gift. Okay, so it's directional. So you don't have to sign, she gave me a gift. Just, you gave me a gift. Simple. Okay? All right, so gift or present or gift. All right. Colors that are associated, red and green. We already learned those. Red and green. All right. Hanukkah. Hanukkah. This also is the same sign for menorah. There's no difference really. Hanukkah, menorah. The way that you would know is basically by reading lips. Hanukkah, menorah. Okay. All right, so I looked, there's not a whole lot of signs, any other than like candle and gifts. But that link that I put on there has a few more signs that you can learn. So colors that are associated with Hanukkah tend to be blue, and white. All right. New Year's, so you're gonna sign new. New can also mean fresh, new, and then year. New Year. Now, if you want to specify Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, you're just going to fingerspell Eve. New Year's Eve. Christmas Eve. All right. Colors that are associated with New Year. We have silver, gold. So you start with the I love you sign. Gold. All right. Okay. So pink doesn't really go with any of these, but this is the sign for pink. So it's kind of like red, but with a P, and you are going to be using, it's an upside down piece. You're going to be blushing with your middle finger, not your pointer. So pink. Okay, pink. All right, and then we learned gray already. Gray. There's actually several signs for this. So you can sign gray or gray. You're just kind of doing almost like you're doing an S. Gray. 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 All right, and then the last sign, favorite. So we can talk about our favorite colors, our favorite holidays. So favorite. So it's an open 8. So this is 8. Open 8. And you're tapping your chin. All right. Okay. Let's review. And then actually, I want to talk about expressing the English word because. So we don't really have a direct translation of because. In sign exact English, there is a sign, there's because and because, but in ASL, the way that we express because is by signing why. But we raise our eyebrows because we're not asking a question, we're basically asking a rhetorical question. Why? And we're going to explain. So if I were to say, Thanksgiving. So if I were to say Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because of the food, I would sign Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. Why? Food. Okay, so you're gonna sign why, you're gonna raise your eyebrow. Why? Food. And nod while you give the answer. Okay. All right. Let's do a review. Calendar. We'll start from the top. Calendar. Day. Week. Month. Year. Weekend. All right. Let's do days of the week. So Sunday. Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday or Thursday. Friday. Saturday. So present tense, so now, today, or you can sign this, or this week, this month. All right, past would be past, or you can do last week. Well, let's do yesterday. Yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Future, so tomorrow, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Holidays. Holiday. Celebrate. Halloween or Halloween. Color. Oh, let's do happy, happy, or happy. Halloween. Colors. Orange, black, purple. Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. Food, to eat a lot, feast, banquet, all of that. Turkey, bread, rolls, potato, mashed potato, gravy, green bean, pie, to visit, brown, yellow, Christmas or Christmas, tree, Santa Claus or Santa, presents or gift, red, green, Hanukkah or menorah, blue, white, New Year, silver, gold, pink, gray, and favorite, or also gray, so gray, gray. This is the one I tend to use, gray, and then favorite. All right. And then to express, because we sign Y. All right. Let's see, might be hard for me to see the chat on here. Try to have it up. Okay. I'm going to assign some sample sentences and questions. I want to see if you guys understand them. So you can type them, or if you really want to, you can unmute yourself and say it. All right. So first one. Again. Okay, very good. My daughter's favorite color is pink. So I assign my daughter over there. Her favorite color, what? Pink. You don't have to do the what. I could do my daughter over here. Her color favorite, pink. Okay. All right. Very good. Like everybody got that. Everyone who's typed it in. Okay. Second one. Again. Very good. Last week was Halloween. All right. Number 3. Very good. I see everybody got that. Everyone who typed it in. Yep. Very good. Okay. Next one. Yep. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. So Thanksgiving is Thursday. All right. So if I were to say that it's this Thursday, I would change it to Thanksgiving this Thursday or future Thursday, either one. Mhm. All right, very good. And everybody got it. So no one said, this Thursday. So that's very good. Okay. Number 4. All right, now there might be a sign that looks a little different, but just see if you can get it, okay? Okay, again. Very good. So Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks on Thursday, or you could even say Thanksgiving is on Thursday in 2 weeks. It doesn't matter which way you word that in English. Okay, very good. So yes, in ASL, we can actually incorporate the numbers with week up to 9. So I could say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, all the way up to 9 weeks ago. Then you have to do the number and then, so 10 weeks ago or 10 weeks ago, either one, okay? Same for forward, 2 weeks and 3 weeks. Typically you wouldn't really do in 9 weeks. I guess you could, but usually you give more specific date. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Okay, there is a sign in there that you might not know, but I think you'll get it from context clues. Right. Let me get the chat back up. Uh-oh. All right. All right. Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday because of all of the. It's because my family comes together. Okay, so this family comes together, or you can sign gather together. Either one. All right. Next one. All right. Okay. Next month. Next month, yeah, you could technically translate it as next month is Christmas, but I signed it next month. Celebrate Christmas or Christmas celebrate. There you go. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. My favorite Thanksgiving food is green beans. Very good. So my favorite Thanksgiving food, what? Green beans. Or you can leave out the what. All right. We'll do one more. We're running out of time. All right. Okay, again. Oh. My favorite holiday is Christmas because my family comes together. Presents and food. Yes. Very good. Giving gifts, food. Yeah. All of that. Okay. All right, so we only have about 10 minutes. So I wanted to leave some time to give any of you who wish to have some practice with me. So if you don't want me to call on you and ask you some questions, turn off your camera. If you're okay with it, leave them on. All right. And I'm just gonna ask you some questions. Just answer as best you can. All right. Let's see. Let's start with Allie. Okay. Right, my phone kind of is really small, so okay. Very good. All right, let's do Victoria. Okay. All right. Um, very good. Very good. For those of you who, it's good to like watch. If you're not participating, it's still good to watch because you can learn from others. So she's saying apple pie is her favorite Thanksgiving food. So apple pie. All right. Who's next? Let's do Jody. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. All right. So I finger spelled cook and I signed cook. So I asked her this Thanksgiving, will you cook? Are you cooking? And she said yes. So that was an easy one. Except you had to read some finger spelling. All right. My next person. Let's do Kathy. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So another way you could do that is come to my house, come to me, or you can sign come to me or gather over here. Yep. Or come to my house. Very good. All right. Next person. Let's do Melissa. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Next person. Oh, I guess we only have one more person. Oh, yeah. Kate. Okay. All right. Okay, so if you didn't catch that, she is not cooking for Thanksgiving, but her boyfriend is. He's a very good cook, and she's gonna sit there and look pretty. Okay, all right. Are there any questions? Would anyone else like me to ask them another question? Because we still have like 7 minutes. We need to review anything? Do I need to clarify anything? Anybody who does not have the camera on decide that they want to be brave?
Can you go over gold and silver just because
Yeah.
Then-
So silver is with an S handshake. So you're kind of doing like a twisting motion.
okay. Down. Okay.
Gold is with it starts with an I love you, and you go kind of to a Y.
Okay.
And this is also the sign for California.
Oh.
Some people when you like that instead of bringing it all the way down. It is the golden state, so that's where that.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Anything else?
I had a couple of signs
Mhm.
that I was taught differently, and I want to make sure that I'm not misremembering them. So, not that I don't think it super matters realistically, but like Thanksgiving, for instance, I do the 3, but I tap them together. Like I do this.
Oh yeah, some people do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for stuff like next week, like
Mhm.
I don't out and around, I go down and out.
So that
Okay.
would be, you can either go this way or you can go under.
Okay.
I would not do too much.
Right. No. There's a lot of things that like having taken this course and refreshing that I'm like, I'm just not super sure if I'm misremembering what I learned or if it was just different, but I just wanted to clarify.
I'm from the South. You're a little more Midwest, and some of our signs will be a little different, but honestly, this is not so much of a difference. I sometimes it depends on what I signed before. Sometimes I'll do this, and then sometimes I do that. I don't know why. I'll change my signs. But yeah, no, both, they're fine. They're good. Any other questions? Any other signs that you might want to know that are related to holidays? Yeah, so carrot or carrot. I've seen carrot or like you're biting it off.
Right.
I know corn, kind of a popular. I've seen corn. This is the one I tend to sign, but I have seen corn, or I think it's more like they're twisting it. Corn. I don't see this one as much. This one is what I see the most.
Say Merry Christmas.
So you would sign happy Christmas. So happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, happy New Year, whatever. All of those.
Everything.
Yeah, I probably could have specified that, but I didn't think to. Any other questions? Maybe some other foods. This is pumpkin. So like if you really look forward to pumpkin pie, you're thumping pumpkin pie. Some people like apple pie or what else? A cherry pie. Cherry pie. Oh, pecan. You could sign nut pie, but to be more specific, you just pecan.
Some people have asked about reindeer, elf, and goblin in the chat.
Oh, okay. So reindeer. Yeah, sorry, I'm not really seeing the chat. So reindeer. So this is just deer. Reindeer will go out. Elf. I just fingerspell, but there could be a sign for it. I'm not aware of it, but I'll research that and see, and then I'll come back to the next class and report. What was there something else in the chat? Did I
Someone
miss?
said goblin.
Oh, goblin. I fingerspell it, but I will look that up too.
What about elf with the ears?
Are you asking or are you saying you've seen that?
Like,
I'm asking how, or and just for like little kids, if they,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would, yeah. I'll look it up, but or if you email me, I'm happy to also send you like a link to a specific video if there is a sign that shows it. I would look it up now, but we only have like 2 minutes, so you can just email me. Do you have my email? Okay. And or you can just wait till next week. I'll come back. Okay. All right. No other questions? No? All right. Your homework, I couldn't find any videos that specifically talked about holidays, colors that were like kind of the beginner level. So I just put another video that talks about family. It's always good to get more exposure to that. So office with the ears with a G. Okay. Oh, thank you for looking that up. So yeah, just watch that video, and then there's also like a little something else for you to think about, work on. All right.
Okay. Thanks, Virginia, and thank all of you for being here with us, and we'll see you next week.
All right.